Well, hello. Welcome to the Richard Wade Show. Today, I'm going to be doing a little bit of cooking. On this channel, I have a lot of gaming content, I have a lot of painting stuff, and just a little bit of like food stuff. And I plan to do more because this channel is just all about different things I like. It's not any like one specific thing. So I guess we're going to get started. Today, we're going to be cooking some Cajun shrimp, and this is something I do quite a bit because it's a good snack in the middle of the night, and it's also not that bad for you, pretty healthy for the most part. So I guess we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and get the eye heated up, got the pan on here, and it's very simple. The ingredients here, I've got some shrimp. These are frozen. You can use fresh or frozen, whichever you like. There's Louisiana hot sauce, lemon juice, Old Bay seasoning, and olive oil. So that pan's heating. I'm going to get a little bit of the olive oil, put it in here. Not very much, just a little bit. And then, some people would wait till the pan heats up, but I don't really care. I'm just going to go ahead and throw those shrimp in there. And you can cook them right from frozen. That's my favorite thing about this. No real prep. I just get out the ingredients and good to go. So they'll be stuck together. As they heat up, we'll bust them apart. All right, and I just kind of stir them around in the olive oil, get them coated, so nothing's sticking yet. That's the main reason we got the olive oil. And then I go ahead and get light dusting of Old Bay seasoning. It's going to give you that Cajun flavor, along with the hot sauce. I mean, there are different like Cajun seasonings you could use, but I really like Old Bay because I think it's like the celery salt in it that adds a taste I like. So, as you can see, just a light dusting. All right. And I'm going to put this back over here. And stir that around too, let it get coated. Some of that Old Bay seasoning is going to come off in the oil, but that's okay because we're going to put a little more later. And right now we're just waiting for it to heat up. You can cook this over medium to high heat. I mean, it really doesn't matter too much. You just want to be careful not to have the heat too high at the end when you're almost done cooking them, because they'll try to stick to the pan. Alright, hot sauce. Now this is really Louisiana hot sauce is what I use. You could use pretty much anything you want. Probably sriracha would be good too, but that's chilies. This is peppers, so slightly different taste. But for Cajun stuff, I prefer Louisiana hot sauce. So we're just gonna kind of put a few drops on, just like that. Look at me spilling stuff all over the place. Paper towel real quick. Wipe that up. Sauce all over the stove. Of course, it doesn't matter. I'm going to have to clean all this anyway. And then, just a splash of lemon juice. If you want to use a fresh lemon, you can, but I find this easier, and I keep it in the fridge all the time. Alright. Put these back so everybody can see throughout the video what we're cooking with here. As you can see, they're starting to heat up. Bit of steam here. Get my hood vent turned on low. And now, we're mostly just waiting on them to heat up. They're going to start turning orange as they're done. You'll know the shrimp are done because instead of being like this gray and clear color, they'll start to turn opaque. Right now they're translucent, I guess that's the word. They'll start to turn opaque. And as you cook them, the liquid's going to come out of the shrimp, and you'll get a little bit of like liquid in the pan here. That's nothing to worry about. Most of it will cook off. It's okay if you leave a little. You don't really want to overcook the shrimp, but I like to. I think I cook them a little longer than maybe some people might recommend. If you like really tender shrimp, you know, you don't have to cook them as long. But what I like to do is cook the liquid down a little bit so they get kind of stuck to the pan to give them some browning around the edges. They just taste best like that to me. It's all about your personal preference. You know, you probably cook shrimp, or if you haven't, you know, you follow this video and do it. And we're just waiting for them to cook. It's going to take a few minutes. But yeah, I definitely enjoy cooking. That was the dryer letting me know the clothes are done, or the washing machine, something like that. But yeah, I definitely enjoy cooking. Cajun foods are some of my favorite. I grew up in Georgia, so down there, you know, there's a lot of Cajun foods. I mean, you know, usually when you think of Cajun food, you think of like Louisiana or, you know, places like that. But really, all across the South, there's a lot of like Cajun influence, and we all love to eat that kind of food. So it can be hard to find the ingredients for some of this in some places. Like these ingredients are pretty common, but like when I'm looking for stuff for like when I'm making gumbo, that's hard to find. And you know, some people make roux for gumbo. When I do gumbo, I like to use the Louisiana brand mix here. I think you can see that there. Okay. All right. So as these cook, they'll get more done on one side. So you just want to kind of stir them around so they get heated on all sides. You'll know because you'll see some of them that look gray, and you can flip those over individually. But it's not too important. They're going to get cooked all the way around by the end anyway. And as far as like the hot sauce I put on, that's all the hot sauce I use. Most of it absorbs into the shrimp, and so you don't even see it in the pan. It just makes a nice flavor in the shrimp, you know. It all goes into them. So just because they don't look red doesn't mean they're not going to be spicy. I promise they will. Also, if you want more sauce or hot sauce, you know, more spice, you know, adjust to your taste. I'm just showing you how I do this. Alright, there we go. Got them all separated now. None of them are stuck together. None of them are frozen anymore. They're actually cooking. And see if I see any that are not cooking as much as the others, I'll go ahead and flip them on over. If I see any gray, anything that's not looking pink. Alright, these are starting to look good. Another thing I like to do with these shrimp is sometimes when I make gumbo, I'll have people who don't really like seafood. So I'll mostly just do the sausage, maybe chicken sometimes, but different types of sausage, andouille sausage, smoked sausage, and I'll cook the gumbo with those. And then at the end, I can add in shrimp that I've cooked separately like this for me, because I like shrimp in my gumbo. So this is a perfect way to do that. This is also a good way to cook shrimp if you like making like etouffee. Shrimp etouffee is good. Maybe I'll make that on here sometime. You just kind of make a roux, you know, with flour, and it's a blonde roux. You don't have to really cook it very long. You just put equal parts oil and flour and kind of stir it around until it looks like the color of peanut butter. And then you can add in all your other ingredients and cook them in the roux. Just add the shrimp at the end. But if you've already cooked them like this, they're going to absorb more flavor. I mean, sometimes I see people just like drop shrimp into things, just, you know, raw shrimp at the end of cooking, and that'll work too, I guess. But I really like the flavor that gets absorbed into these. Okay, now when you get to this point where the shrimp are looking pretty much cooked throughout, like at this point, you could eat these just like this. You know, it's not going to kill you. They're done. But I like to go back and put a little more Old Bay and sprinkle it lightly, just like I did before. And then give them another stir. Oh, I forgot an ingredient. I'm going to go get it. I like to put a little bit of Italian seasoning. You can put whatever you like. Some people like basil, stuff like that, but I like to put a little Italian seasoning. And I do this about the same time I put on a second shake of Old Bay. So there we go. And oh, you can smell that. Italian seasoning goes perfect with Cajun cooking. Like, I put it in my gumbo, all kinds of things. Gives it a really nice smell and flavor. It's not something you really associate with Cajun cooking, but I definitely recommend you give it a try if you're cooking anything Cajun. Alright, now here, the liquid's almost dried up. Got a little bit more. Like I said, it's going to steam off. And now we're just wanting to make sure these don't stick to the pan too bad. Like, you want them to a little bit. That's what's going to give them that brownness I was talking about. And give them a little bit of crunch on the edges. But you don't want to overdo it, because if you overdo it, your shrimp will turn into like almost like a pasty feel in your mouth instead of being chewy. So, gotta be careful not to overdo it. You can see how that Italian seasoning's cooking, sticking to the shrimp. Maybe you can. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here so we can get a better view of how they're looking. Alright, there we go. Adjust the camera a little bit. Almost done here. About another 2 or 3 minutes, and I think they'll be good to go. I mean, you could eat them at this point, but like I said, I like to get that brownness going. Plus, when they're at this point like this, they're perfect for like shrimp tacos. I think that would be a good thing to do with these. Excuse me. Choking to death here. Breathing in the shrimp smoke. Alright. I always turn it off. Turn the heat off and just kind of stir them around a little bit. Let them brown a little bit more while the pan's cooling down. But I basically think these are done. That's just how I like them. And the more you let them sit there, the more they're going to brown. But like I said, if you overcook them, it's going to taste a little strange. Or well, actually not taste strange. They'll taste the same. They'll just have a weird texture in your mouth. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will definitely be doing some more videos like this. And also, I'm going to go eat at some weird restaurants, things like that. Different stuff. Alright, I'm going to remove those from the heat. And I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.